In this tip, I want to break down a play that I found in the Georgia Playbook out of the Shotgun Normal Halfback Week. And the play is called Comeback Z Post. Now, I'm sure most people know this, but I'm going to go ahead and break them down. The labels in typical football terminology for receivers go in alphabetical order from left to right as far as the wide receivers go. So if you have three wide receivers on the field, X is your farthest left, Y, and Z. Granted, in some schemes and playbooks, when you motion guys over, motion guys away, flex guys off the line, the terminology changes. But for the most part, it goes X, Y, and Z. And then, of course, you have your tight ends and your running backs, which most coaches interchange a lot of the terminology with those players. But the play itself that I want to break down is a combination coverage beater, mainly because I like the way that it has two concepts really on two different sides of the field. So on this side, you have the vertical comeback, which typically beats your cover 3 and your cover 4 looks, mainly because the vertical stretches the zone coverage deep and then the comeback develops underneath of it. While on this side, you have more of your the combination is you have a hook zone, or you have a hook or a hitch or a short hitch to the outside, and then outside of that even further you have a post over the top of it. And that beats zone coverage with a simple high-load read. But this play also beats man coverage because the tight end posts up in a unique fashion, and the post route itself is very unique in this game and beats man coverage as well. So getting into the play, I'll show you this against a typical two-man under. And granted, I don't have forehand, so I can't use her this strong safety, but I'll break down the play. You'll see that this player, Mitchell, is going to break open at two different points. He'll break open over the middle, unbumped, and then his second cut over the middle as he breaks to the post, he creates very good separation against the DB. And that's against typical two-man under. So I know two-man under is a very, very popular call this year just because it plays incredibly well as far as man coverage goes. But this is against a man blitz. So against man blitz, it also creates separation as well. And the man guarding the post is left out in the dust. You don't have to do anything special, no pass lead, just throw a bullet pass as the receiver breaks to the post. And we get sacked there, but as you can see, he did create the separation. Now, breaking down the tight end route, it's a nice little route as long as the man on him is in the correct position to allow him to post up. As you can see here, he's not in the correct position as the guy is to the inside. But if you get a zone blitz or a man blitz like the one that we had before, the man outside is already outside him, so he should be able to post him up. And he does. The guy actually, because the tight end turns to the inside, the man defending him jumps way inside to try to jump the route, but jumps out of position. And we can go ahead and throw that ball, just no pass lead again. Now, against zone coverage, this is actually a pretty good call against this because you have the buzz zones in the play. But I'll show you the reads against zone coverage. I'll take you through the progressions here. Here you have the tight end, he's not covered. You have the running back who was covered a little bit. I meant the tight end was covered, I didn't mean to say not covered. As you can see here, the hook zones play down on the tight end, and then that other one develops up on the running back as he breaks out of the backfield, allowing us to deliver the post over the top. See how the post breaks really flat across the field instead of, further. It basically is breaking, get my cursor on the field, instead of breaking in this direction towards the post, it breaks more flat across the field in this direction. So it allows us to get the ball over the top of the hook zones and catch the ball in space. So even though this comeback is the primary read, I consider this post the primary read. I mean, the play is called comeback Z post. So I really pay attention to the post more than the comeback. However, if you get the right call, the 3-3-5 is probably not the best look to give this, but how about a traditional dime cover 3? You can throw the comeback against that. I've broken down the comeback in a previous video. I really like this shotgun normal flex with the running back to the weak side. Just gives you a different look. You're allowed to motion both these receivers, whereas in the other shotgun, you can't motion snap both outside receivers, just the far one on the right. But against a traditional cover 3, you have the ability to throw the ball as he breaks the comeback because the vertical stretches the outside third, has to follow him, allowing this comeback to just break his route off to the sideline, and you throw it for an easy completion. So really it varies. If we go into just a random defense real quick, I'll run it 2 or 3 times. I'll call a random defense out of, let's call it out of the nickel 2-4-5. And I'll just go ahead and run this. And, you know, with no really man or zone tells, it's nice to have a play that you can run stock and really just beat the coverage. Right here, you have the man who breaks to the post. Again, just wide open against man coverage. This time you look like you have some sort of blitz coming. So, I mean, it's up to you if you want to block the running back or not. He's on a delay route. Delay routes are iffy at times. But, again, you got the comeback as it breaks down the sideline. Here you have just an actual blitz, and you check down to the tight end because the man covering him was shaded to the outside pre-snap. And I got my dogs howling in the background if you can hear that. But you can see the strong safety actually was outside of the tight end, allowing us to throw it as the tight end turned to the inside and posted up. You actually had the running back breaking out of the backfield as well, uncovered, so you might have had an option to throw there. If you had had just a little bit more time, the flanker on the right, the Z receiver, broke on his post, wide open against his man coverage as well. So if we would have blocked the running back for max protection, you would have had that post as it broke towards the middle of the field as well. So this play is a really, really easy to run play. Very simple reads. Just take what the defense gives you. I know that they say that in pretty much every formation that you run on offense. Take what the defense gives you, no matter if you're in compression or power run or spread. But that's really the truth here. Just take what the defense gives you, and I'm taking a sack here. That was actually the perfect play call against this here. So we'll go ahead and break down how to beat this play, because that's something that a lot of tips don't do. Here we actually had a really good call. They brought some sort of zone blitz. Might have even been a man blitz. Nope, it was you can't even tell. The heat came in so quick. It looks like it was probably a man blitz. But we really did not have enough time to bring the ball to the tight end. We might have. The tight end wasn't completely turned around and looking for the ball. So it looks like a man blitz is probably the best way to beat this. Having the safety down in the box near the running back allows a little bit more coverage underneath. You don't have that extra outlet to the running back directly out of the backfield. So that's probably the best way to beat this play. But go back and run it again. We'll have good success here. You see he breaks open to the post. Very consistent man beater. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen the wide receiver get jumped yet. And he actually stopped his route, but we expected him to finish his route over the top against this soft zone, vanilla zone coverage. See here as this hook zone starts to jump up over here on the left. As he comes up, I expect my wide receiver to finish his route instead of stopping right here for no reason. I don't know why he did it, but if he finishes his route, we can throw the ball out here in this area of the field. Instead, the wide receiver stops his route, but fortunately he breaks in front of the hook zones and catches the ball for us. Here we have that almost the same zone blitz look again, so we'll go ahead and run. And it's prime time for us to check down to the comeback route. Because we blocked that running back and picked up the zone blitz off the edge, there were holes in the zone coverage, and we went ahead and just delivered the ball to the comeback, which was really the only read here. You might have had a throw right here to the slot receiver on his vertical, but Aaron Murray might be good enough to make the throw. He is a 95 overall, but with most teams, the safe pass is this comeback, and we go ahead and complete that for an easy 15 yards, and we don't take a huge hit. And the vertical probably would have taken a huge hit. I really just like running this play because it's an easy check down. It's difficult to blitz. As you can see, all the blitzes they've run have been pretty unsuccessful. Here's another blitz. And I think our tight end just dropped that there, but it's been really, really hard time for the defense to defend this because the tight end posts up so quickly. And I had the tight end again there. I was looking at the running back, but you can just see all these blitzes have a hard time getting in, and the running back breaks to the flat. Just a great option delay route. As you can see here, we hit the post against the man coverage. Just a very, very good play. So go ahead and take this play to the lab. Again, it's the comeback Z post, or yes, comeback Z post out of the shotgun normal flex week. So go ahead and check that out. If you have any questions, drop a line in the comments or send me a PM on the forums. Again, my contacts are forwardprogressmadden@gmail.com or zan@competeforever.com. That's the number 4. And you can also hit me up on AIM at Zan71789. Skype is also Zan71789. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.